Hey guys, the new year is around the corner. It's just a few weeks away. And as you can see, Nana is ready to party into 2021 and put 2020 way behind her, like I'm sure most of us are. A new year brings with it new opportunities, and it's a great time to reflect on some of the goals that you may have for your money and creating wealth. So here are 5 money goals that you may want to focus on in 2021 to move you towards financial freedom. "2020 has been a really tough year for many people around the world, and I think many of us are just looking forward to 2021 with the hopes that it will bring better fortunes. If you're feeling the pain this year, whether it's due to work or finances or family or health, whatever it may be, you're not alone. And I really hope that 2021 brings awesome things for you and great success for all of us. And the fact that you're watching this video means that you're already making an effort to creating positive outcomes in your life next year. And there's also been some positive news recently on the vaccine front, so things are looking up. I'm one of those people that like to take a bit of time out and just focus on the things that I want to achieve next year and set up some New Year's resolutions. I just found this process to be really helpful to sit down and reflect on some of the goals I want to achieve, whether it's in finances or fitness or with my family. So I wanted to take a look at the top 5 money goals for 2021, and I would encourage you to do the same and reflect on this a bit for yourself. This Finance Fitness YouTube channel is a side hustle for me because I have a full-time job working in finance. And guys, when I posted the first video that I did a few months ago, it was literally the first video that I've ever edited. I had no background whatsoever. I didn't even have an Instagram account. I really started from the bottom with 0 views and 0 subscribers. I'm recording every video on my iPhone, and I felt very awkward and shy in the beginning in front of the camera, so it takes quite a bit of getting used to. But thanks to all of the support and encouragement from you guys, the channel is growing, and after just a few months we're on 327 subscribers and over 8,200 views. And if you saw some of my previous videos, you'll know that my aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers before 22 February 2021, because that is when our baby arrives. So if you haven't done so yet, it would really mean a lot if you hit the subscribe button and share this with others. Now, I always feel a bit weird to ask people to subscribe and hit the like button, but the truth is that these small things really make a difference in helping the channel grow. Now, maybe a YouTube channel is not for you, but there are tons of other things that you can do as a side hustle. For example, I know quite a lot of people that are teaching languages online and earning some good cash from that. Others have started podcasts or selling merchandise or sports supplements. Others are doing some consulting or website designs. I'll do some future videos on some of the best side hustles and ways to earn a bit of extra money. But either way, finding ways to earn more money in 2021 makes total sense. And maybe it's not a side hustle, but rather focusing on your current job and knocking it out of the park to put you in a good position for a pay increase or a promotion, or maybe picking up some extra hours to work overtime. I remember when I was working at one of the big 4 accounting firms, during the peak seasons, the hours can be really insane. There were some months where my overtime pay was almost as much as my normal salary. And even though it was really tough at the time, I have some great memories from that experience, and I learned more than I could ever imagine. So, what side hustle are you thinking of picking up in 2021? Let me know in the comment section down below. When it comes to building your wealth, think of it like you're filling a bucket of water. The money you make is water flowing into that bucket from the top, and the expenses you have are holes at the bottom of that bucket where the water drains out. So in the first money goal, when we're looking at earning more money, we're basically focusing on pouring more water into that bucket. And now we're going to focus on the holes of that bucket, because the less holes there are and the smaller those holes are, the quicker the bucket will fill up. We often think we have a good idea of how much we're spending every month until we look at our bank statements and realize that we're forgetting things like Amazon purchases and food deliveries. And there are a lot of these expenses that we forget to budget for, like buying new running shoes or having to buy birthday presents. So first of all, it's important to have some kind of a budget. It takes a bit of time and effort initially to set up, but it will really pay off in the long run. It brings more awareness to your spending habits and makes you more conscious of trying to stick within that budget. And when you do, it's something to celebrate. And when it comes to those side expenses that we forget to consider, the best way to plug that hole is to look at your bank statements and to see what you're spending on those compared to what you had budgeted for. And in this way, you can identify costs that you can reduce, or maybe some unnecessary costs that can be trimmed down. There is a saying that it's not about how much money you make, but how much money you get to keep. And that is really what we're focusing on here. Yes, it may require a bit more discipline, but I found that if you automate as much of it as possible, it really makes it easy. Set up an automatic transfer to your investment account as soon as you get paid every month. That way you're not tempted to go and spend that money on something else. And this is what people mean when they say pay yourself first. It's about putting money towards your financial future first as a priority. One of the best investments that you can make is investing in yourself. Learning a new skill, developing your knowledge and building that up can really have a positive impact in your life. It can make you more resourceful and allow you to operate at a higher level. And reading is one of the best ways to do this. In future videos, I'll give some great tips and recommendations of books to help you with managing your money, building your wealth, and achieving financial freedom. Reading is brain food. What are you feeding your brain? And I know not everybody enjoys reading. After a while, I get a bit bored of it too. I kind of go through these phases where I read a lot and then I read very little. But there are many other options as well where you can learn new things either for free or very affordably, like this YouTube channel or podcasts or online courses or maybe audiobooks. I try to add as much value as I can in every single video on this channel. There are just so many amazing resources at our fingertips these days. When is the last time you checked the fees on your bank account? How much do they charge you when you make a payment or when you withdraw money? Is there a monthly account fee? Maybe they've got a special type of account that you could qualify for, like a student account, which is way more cost effective. Maybe they have a reward system that you're not really benefiting from right now, but you could earn points and reduce the amount of cost you pay in fees. Or maybe there's another bank that offers more competitive rates and a better overall package for you. Something that I've found is that here in Europe, it's quite common for people to have many bank accounts, and they're paying bank charges on each of these accounts every single month. And in some cases, like in Italy, you even pay tax on every single bank account that you have. And so maybe from this, you realize you don't need so many bank accounts and you can close some of them and save on those bank charges. Also, do yourself a favor and check the fees that you're paying on your investments. Guys, there are so many layers of fees when it comes to investment products, and many of them are not that obvious. Many of you may be investing in pension funds and 401ks, mutual funds and unit trusts, and a lot of these products have annual fees of around 2.5% to 3%. So there will be some management fees for the asset management firm that runs that fund and that makes the investment decisions. There will also be some admin fees, there will be some advisory fees, and all of these fees can really add up and eat away at your investment returns. So maybe you're thinking, well, 3% is not such a big deal. But let me give you an example to show you how big the impact can be. Let's say you're investing in something that's generating 7% return, which is not bad, right? But then if we deduct that 3% annual fee, it leaves you with a 4% return, which is not that great. And now if we consider a 2% inflation, all of a sudden it leaves you with a 2% return, which really isn't great. And you haven't even paid taxes yet on the returns you've generated. And this is where ETFs or exchange traded funds have become a really popular alternative because the fees are really cheap. It's usually around 0.3% and less. And so these fees over time can really compound and make a big difference in the value of your total portfolio. Let's look at a simple example where you invest $500 every month over a 20-year period. And that investment generates a 7% return every year. But in option 1, you're paying a 3% annual fee. After that 20-year period, your total portfolio will be $183,305. But if you compare that to a scenario where everything is the same, you're still investing $500 every month over 20 years, and you're still generating a 7% return, but instead of paying a 3% annual fee, you're paying 0.25% annual fee. At the end of that 20-year period, your investment portfolio will be $252,699. And so from this example, we can really see how big the impact can be from that small fee differential. This is where the rubber meets the road, as they say. One of the best things that you can do with your money in 2021 is to put it to work. Let the money that you've worked so hard for do some of the heavy lifting and be invested and grow your wealth. Let the knowledge that you've accumulated from YouTube and podcasts and books help you make wise financial decisions. Leverage the first 4 points that I mentioned in this video to maximize the impact of those financial decisions. It's really important that you take action. Call up that broker and go view that property. Set up that brokerage account or that retirement saving account. Because without taking action and without implementing these things, all of this knowledge and these skills that you've learned will not be put to best use and helping you get to your financial goals faster. And sometimes you may make some mistakes along the way, and that's okay. That's part of the process of learning from those experiences. And you can limit the amount of risk you take in each investment and maintain a diversified portfolio. So what are your money goals for 2021? I'd love to know, so let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe it's buying your first home or opening that trading account. Use this community and share some thoughts and bounce ideas of each other in the comment section. I read all of them and I respond to your comments. You can also follow Nana and I on Instagram, and here is my handle. And guys, if you found this video useful and interesting, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. I'll see you next week.